Congratulations, Nick. How awesome. 10 nominations at the Biffers. Not bad going at all. You look a little bit overwhelmed.
Yeah, it's mad. It was like all independent films, it was a real tough journey to make it, and then it was a tough journey releasing it because of the pandemic. So to kind of end the year with this is insane, and yeah, I'm speechless. It's kind of on a personal level, it's just obviously I've followed the Biffers for a long time, and it's very surreal to be sort of following in the footsteps of lots of people I admire, but also to kind of to see so many of my good friends also nominated for their work as well makes it even more special.
What a flipping journey you've had with this film as well, because I remember watching it at London Film Festival last year, and us all being really excited for you, and there was a premiere, your family were there, the cast, the crew, then you kind of toured it around festivals, you had a little bit of a cinema run. I know COVID happened and it kind of stopped that a little bit, so sorry about that, but you also had Netflix. It's currently on Netflix. I feel like this film has gone on such a journey for you.
It's been, I mean, yeah, I think in particular it's because we came out on like 210 screens or something, but we launched like 4 days before we went into lockdown, so it was really bad timing. So it felt like all year we've just been trying to get people to see it, and actually, and just in the last kind of month, as you say, it's been on Netflix, and suddenly it seems to have found an audience, and now the Biffers and stuff. It feels like a very delayed, but better late than never, I think. And I'm just happy that people and that have seen the film and taken something from it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it must mean even more to you as a director of the film that the rest of the cast and crew are nominated too, because all your casts are up for awards. Barry, Cosmos, Neve. How does that feel?
Yeah, no, it's just, yeah, to see, like, I mean, I'm just so proud of, I think, it starts with Shaheen Baig. She did such a great job casting the film, so I'm so thrilled. And then to have, Cosmo, Barry, and Neve, I think, I'm so proud of all of the actors, and what, I really, when you don't have a lot of money, you need good performances, and they all brought their A game, and for, Dan, myself, and Joe, it's been a sort of 5-6 year journey for us, and we found the short story when we were coming out of film school, and most of the time we've really not felt like we had any idea what we were doing. So it's we've sort of muddled our way through it, and here we are.
I love your honesty. You're so honest. But here's the thing as well. Like, I think with us being in this pandemic, it's meant that you've had to stay at home, so you aren't all over the world promoting this film. But instead, you're at home. So I'm wondering, has it been also quite nice to see the reaction and be at home and be able to read social media, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, especially once it was on Netflix? How did that feel?
I'm such an introvert. This is perfect for me. I can just sort of hide in my flat and do it all from here. No, it's been like, it's getting the sort of instant feedback, and I mean, people on Twitter, and you can only sort of see what you see, but it seems like a lot of people have sort of word of mouth. People have discovered the film, and in a way that we sort of, we kind of wanted it to set the film up like it's a sort of traditional macho crime film, but then kind of as the film goes on, it becomes something more sensitive and hopefully more emotional. And I've enjoyed kind of seeing how people have sort of turned it on and gone, oh, I really didn't expect that it was going to go there. So that, yeah, it's very, after all the effort of making it, it's just so nice that people have seen it.
I know you just mentioned that you had a little bit of a cinema run and it wasn't as long as you'd wanted, but you did get the film on the big screen, and you've also had it on Netflix, so you've kind of been able to enjoy it on both platforms. At the moment, there's been this whole debate around streaming and it killing cinema. Just like we're in this time, aren't we, because of the pandemic, where studios are adapting, and it's definitely impacted the cinema. I'm wondering, like, what your opinion is, Nick, on the whole cinema versus streaming discussion that we're all having at the moment.
I think, obviously, like, I care so much about cinema, and that's my favourite place to watch a film, and it meant so much to us to have the film, have a cinema release, and it was really heartbreaking that it never really got a fair crack at the whip or whatever the saying is, crack of the whip. And at the same time, you know, the moment, what I've realized is the thing that really matters is finding an audience, you know, and without streaming, Calm with Horses would have just been lost to the pandemic. But the fact that we were able to get it out on Amazon, get it out on Netflix, has meant that it, you know, in another way we've reached an audience. And for a small film like ours, it's actually, it's presented an amazing opportunity for us. And I'm working with Amazon on my next thing. So
This is not loyalty.
Please.
It's servitude.
You lied to me! You have to get out of here. Someone bad is coming.
So how are you going to celebrate if you win, Nick? Like, if you win a Biffa in Feb next year? I mean, I don't even know if you're going to be here, but how will you celebrate?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just coming to terms with the nominations, and that's it. Like, I don't have any expectations beyond that, but it's just really nice. It really means a lot to get nominations, and I'm still sort of speechless about that.
And Nick, I'm wondering, any advice for other creatives right now that are currently at home, feeling stuck, uninspired, and the pandemic is just making them feel like the industry's in a bit of a mess, and also they're just losing a little bit of hope in what they're doing. You're somebody as an indie filmmaker that is having a beautiful moment right now, so I'd love to know if you have any advice for others.
I would say the only thing is just, like, I think, well, certainly for me, and I think for a lot of young filmmakers, is like trying to push through the imposter syndrome, where it just feels like it's something that seems impossible, or that you know, I struggle with self-confidence, you know, all the time. And so, yeah, but yeah, if you, and it's the sort of cliche thing, but if you just work really, really hard and just keep chipping away, then we've sort of ended up here. But it's always felt a bit impossible.
I'm told I was a violent child. I can hurt people.